morning, everyone. So, yesterday I watched the movie The Batman, which came out in 2022, and stars Robert Pattinson as the new Batman. And today I'm going to be reviewing it based on its plot, action, cast, and I'm going to do villains since I thought I would do it for Batman because obviously many iconic villains come with lots of superheroes. So let's get started. Okay, so by now you should have had time to watch this movie since it came out in 2022, but I'll just be talking about spoilers throughout this review, so here's your little warning. Okay, so the plot revolves around kind of like a feudal crime-based Gotham, not Batman, sorry. And basically, there's a villain, the Riddler, who's basically killing people, trying to bring the city into its true light. Because there's been a lot of political stuff happening lately, and basically it starts off with the Riddler killing the mayor. So, basically, Batman investigates Riddler's clues as he leaves them behind after the murderers to track him down. Along the way, he meets Catwoman and as well as the Penguin. Lots of names. And so basically, after a series of events, they keep uncovering Riddler into his light, and then eventually they find him and they capture him. But then he gets vans and blows up the city seawall, so it floods, but he's still stuck in prison. And then, Batman manages to save the day, but the city's still flooded, so, and then it ends there with Batman and Catwoman going their separate ways, Batman staying in Gotham and Catwoman going off. And I would say this plot of this movie was overall good. I was pretty hooked with it since it was like a mystery crime based with action as well. So I think I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it a bit. I haven't seen much Batman movies, but this is one of them I saw. So let's go into the next category. Okay, so next up we have action. And I would say this is good classic Batman action. Of course, he uses his gadgets. He uses the grappling hook quite a bit, which is cool. And then the visuals paired with the action is phenomenal. And sometimes when the song and themes come on, it's pretty cool. And then obviously you have the famous Penguin Batman car chase with that final ending scene where Penguin looks through the windshield and sees Batman, which is recreated in the new Lego game, by the way, which you should go check out the other video and see that trailer for yourself. Pretty cool game coming out. And the visuals of the explosions look cool. Batman, of course, does great martial arts and fighting, punches a lot. And then classic robbers with guns, shooting, cool noises, and so I can't really say much about the action, but I would have to say my favorite part of it definitely is the Penguin car chase scene, because I'm going down busy highways and stuff and then getting blown up. So, the action, considering this is DC action, and I haven't seen the other Batman movies, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It was more on the basic side, but I can't really blame it. It's Batman, and it was pretty good. So, next we have cast. Okay, so moving on to cast, we obviously have Robert Pattinson as Batman / Bruce Wayne. I enjoyed his performance. He definitely brought in like the sincerity and depth of Batman with all of his emotional problems and stuff. And when he visits Alfred in the hospital at one time, he gets him to hold his hand, which I thought was cool. And then he I'm Vengeance is kind of funny at points. So he's did good. And then we have Zoe Kravitz. Sorry if I punctured it. She plays Catwoman. And I feel her and Batman's bond develops good with her trail midway through, but then she comes back, which is cool. And then her acting skills are cool with her. You can tell she has an emotional side to her, which I enjoyed. So she was good, but for some reason, I think the highlight for me was Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. I feel he just did a great job playing him with his skills, his bond with Batman, and his way of being a police, which is good. So a little short for the cast, but I would give it a 8 out of 10. So let's move on. Okay, finally we have villains, a new category introduced. I'm not going to be ranking, I'm just going to discuss what I liked about them and my hopes for the next ones. So obviously the main one's Riddler. I feel he was kind of like a maniac. He played it well. He was very much a psycho, killing people in treacherous ways. And I feel his riddles were very smart. And then he's kind of a villain, but I'll count him as one, the Penguin. He's very funny and serious with his dialogue and actions. His car chase was great, as I said earlier. And my hopes for the Batman Part 2 is the Joker. I think he was teased in the movie. And then Mr. Freeze, one of my all-time favorite Batman villains. I'm sure they're not going to do this anytime soon, but I would love to see Killer Croc in live action. I feel that would be really cool. So yeah, let's get to the end of the video. Okay, so thank you for listening and watching my video reviewing the Batman Part 1. Not really Part 1, but technically it is made in 2022. So my overall rating for this movie would be an 8.5, adding up my 3 scores from plot, action, and cast. So as always, comment your thoughts on the movie, opinions, and other reviews in the future. Please like and subscribe. It always helps my channel out. And have a great rest of your day.